they've found someone that's taking care of them.
I think so.
Because our regulars look healthy.
Yes. I was laughing because we had hit the box.
That's what it
made me laugh.
Like,
it made me laugh so hard.
Good morning, everyone.
That was a stupid box. We were off one break.
And it was...
Don't start, you dumb thing.
It's going slow.
It's like video cannot be played. Hi, Chrissy.
Morning, sister. Yeah, I'm trying to share it and it's spinning. It's just my share.
It let me share mine, but it's paused right now. Yeah. Oh, come on.
Hi, Lisa and Jennifer. I'm still
watching.
trying to... It's still spinning on the share. I gotta
Mine's
take my
spinning.
earrings off.
It's not even. It might need to be restarted.
The earrings are stabbing me.
All right, you ready? It's moving now.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
It shows you fine.
Welcome to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer Blackwell.
And I'm Teresa Straub.
Woohoo! She's back.
I'm back.
I
It was a little weird.
It was weird. I want to thank Anita and Janice for both sitting in and helping me co-host for Thursday and Friday show. But always great to have Teresa back. We get to hear about her adventures.
You know, I had a lot of fun, and I have to say, it's definitely weird watching on Facebook Live and not being in.
Isn't it?
It is very odd, but I had a great vacation and trying to get myself back into reality now. Well, a week is kind of a long time.
I tried to keep stuff off your desk so you didn't come back to a pile and a nightmare.
It was very clean when I got back, but I have not looked in my box yet.
Oh, no, it's not bad.
Okay.
Well, it's not bad. No, I'm trying to plan ahead for... We are going to take off the show this Thursday and Friday.
Yes, we are.
But next Monday and Tuesday, Anita and Janice will also be assisting once again because I will be out.
You will.
So I just put some of our guests that we already have scheduled, some of that info in your box. So it's not too bad.
Good. I'm ready to... Bring it on. I thought for sure there was going to be a lot of orders on my desk.
Nope. I took care of everything. Well, it is Today in Yuma on Z93 in Outlaw Country. Just a reminder, you can always watch the show on Facebook Live, and you can do that one of two ways. We originate the show. It starts from my personal page feed, and Anita runs the camera. Thank you so much.
Of course.
It's harder than people think. If you've ever had to do that for 10 minutes, try an hour.
She's got some really toned arms, and I'd like to say it's from the camera.
I think so. Well, you can go to my page, but we also share the link on the station page if you'd like to go there. And if you're not a Facebooker, you can catch that video. We embed it in our website after the show at monstermediayuma.com, and you can just click on the video from the Today in Yuma page and watch the show there.
Yeah, that's right. And if you do not follow us on Facebook Live, we encourage you to do so. It's just a way to see what goes on behind the scenes when Z93 and Outlaw Country and MonsterMediaYuma.com all go to commercial break. Jennifer and I stay live the whole entire hour, so you get to see things you usually don't get to see when you're just listening to the radio.
And we still give you a PG version, maybe a PG-13 sometimes.
Sometimes it can be PG-13, but it's definitely a lot of fun. You know, we get to see us take our Lotus Day Spawn Salon selfies and any conversations we might be having with our guests before or even after we get off air. So it's a lot of fun.
And we want to say hello to Laura. That's Anita's mom. She said good morning to two of my favorite radio personalities. Have a great day. Hi, Nitsa.
Hi, I love that she calls you that. It's so cute.
All right. Coming up on the show today, Joe Teposte is going to be stopping by. Very, very important topic. It's the Yuma County Coalition to End Homelessness. And Joe's going to talk about that. and some events that they have coming up regarding that. And then tomorrow we are going to have folks from AWC. It's Toro Tuesday. We are also going to be, Anita's coming in a day early this week.
Yes.
Because we have she's normally on Wednesday. She stops by with her Bare Naked Soap co-winner and her positive info. Wednesday we have a very full show, so she has so graciously agreed to move to Tuesday.
Who do we have on the show on Wednesday?
On the show, we have Sarah Wisdom from the Yuma County Library District. We have Bridget's Gift. Wendy and Robbie are stopping by again.
That's right, okay.
I believe Sunset Community Health Center.
Oh, there we go.
Like I said,
Lots of
yes,
information.
So many different things going on. But stay tuned because we're also going to be doing more giveaways for Yuma Nightmares Haunted House.
I'm excited. I wasn't here to hear the interview, but it's opening this weekend, isn't it?
It opens the 13th Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Which is one of Janice's boys' birthdays.
And mine.
And Anita. They're both on the same day?
Yes.
Okay.
We have two Friday. Mine was born on Friday the 13th.
Is it both of your oldest?
No.
Oh.
It's Travis.
Travis, her number 2.
Number 2.
Okay.
And then.
In birth order, not favorite.
And mine, number 1.
Okay. And Anita's oldest. There you go. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you so much. I know the weather is awesome. Loving it.
You know what? I have to say, we were in Carlsbad since Wednesday of last week, and the weather was beautiful. There was quite a few cloudier days, so definitely sweater weather towards the evening, and pulling in yesterday, you get off the freeway and you open the windows up and you kind of expect to feel that, blow dryer effect. I was so happy when I rolled down the windows last night. I go, it's actually almost chilly outside.
It's beautiful.
But it was definitely nice coming in and not having that heat blown in my face. So it wasn't too much of a shock to my body being in California for the whole week.
And people were asking, well, which Carlsbad, California or New Mexico? Were you at the caverns? And I said,
no, you know what? I got that question a lot. When I was talking to people, telling them where we were going. We were in California. Definitely a lot of fun, though. A nice area that we had not really spent much time in.
It's really pretty up there.
It is very, very pretty. And where we were located, literally right across the street was the beach. So every morning Lisa got me up and we went for our walk in the morning, and it was just beautiful listening to the waves. And as cold as that water was, those surfers were out there every single morning while I was watching them.
They are there.
We were there in the spring, and we've traditionally driven through during springtime, but we spent several days there to do Legoland and the beach. Jace was younger. He may have been 7 or 8. It's been a while. But we were up there, and the flower fields were all in bloom. They're absolutely beautiful.
Wow. I didn't get to see the flower
So it's obviously a springtime kind of thing.
It is a spring thing,
But
yeah.
again, it's a nice community. It's really pretty. Good morning, David and
Hi.
Veronica. Lisa has a birthday wish she would like us to share, so we are going to include that on our birthday list in just a moment. Now, as far as this weather goes, it's going to be in the 80s all week long.
But I saw something on the weather.
Yes. Starting Thursday with the possibility of maybe a Wednesday special appearance.
I saw chance of rain.
Sergio is going to be having some kind of impact on the Yuma community. Now, I've spoken with individuals in the know. They don't anticipate it to be as heavy as Rosa. However, my personal recommendation to you, if you have not yet disposed of those sandbags from last week, keep them around. It's not going to hurt to have them there, especially if you're in some of those lower lying areas where flooding is prone, or you maybe just
First Street,
the setup of
3rd
your
Street
home.
and Avenue A.
Exactly.
Yeah. All those areas. I know that from the north end of town. I did get to experience that, and I noticed that they still, even before I left, they still had them out and around just in case. So just keep them there. Might be a good idea.
Yes. It's very likely we are going to see precipitation. I don't know that the winds are going to be as heavy because we were experiencing some higher winds also with Rosa, but precipitation is a very strong possibility Wednesday through at least Friday as we catch a portion of Sergio as he does make his way through. And I keep talking about this Hurricane Sergio at home. My neighbor is Sergio on the backside of our fence too. But he's like the sweetest guy too, so he's not quite a hurricane, so I'm having to specify. Not the neighbor, I'm talking about the weather.
Talking about the weather.
Exactly. Well, and there was a little something in the sky last night.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
a little something.
I knew about it because I follow SpaceX and SpaceX updates on Twitter. So
Exactly.
I get notifications, and I was reading about it on Saturday, and I shared one of the stories thinking that will at least give people little info that something's going to be lighting up the sky.
Exactly.
And then when it happened, I was engrossed in a project, but my phone, I restarted it because it keeps saying I'm roaming.
Yeah.
And it turned certain notifications back on. So it's bing, 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 bing. And
Yeah.
I glanced, and someone said, "What's that in the sky?" And I'm like, "Oh, SpaceX." So I ran outside, and the weather was nice enough, too, that other people had gathered.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was watching it.
I did the same thing. So one of my friends follows NASA closely, so he always posts reminders. And when he posted the reminder, if you're in Arizona, don't freak out. It's just the Falcon 9. And I started laughing and I shared it because people if you don't know what you're looking at,
It can be freaky.
It can be freaky. But I was following it on the NASA's live feed on YouTube, and then once it launched, I was like, okay, come on, I want to see it. It took about 2 minutes before we actually seen it. And me and Eli are in the backyard, Kevin's standing on the truck, and we're looking, towards California. And then all of a sudden, Eli goes, "There it is." And it was really cool to see it actually come into view because I didn't get to see that last time.
Did you see the disengaged portion take place?
Yes, and we were able to see that, and I'm watching it on YouTube and watching it start, in the sky. And then I'm calling my cousin because she was still in California, so I'm like, turned off YouTube real quick, calling her, see if she maybe got a better view of it than we do because she was actually in California. But it was so awesome to see, and it did. It lit up the sky. I was able to turn on Facebook Live because I knew that people were going to be freaking out if they don't follow NASA on social media. So I did get some pictures of it, but there's some really awesome ones out there.
Christine commented, she's our local cat lady, and she commented last night, Teresa and I were both doing Facebook Live, and she goes, "I can't watch you two live at the same time, darn it."
Talk about first world problems.
That's what I told her. I'm like, well, sorry about that. But again,
Yeah.
we had different perspectives because you're in town, I'm a little further out.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could go back and watch both after the fact too. But some people, I guess, on the Yuma Exchange page were scared.
Oh, yeah.
So someone said to her, "Just go to Jennifer's page. It's okay." And I
It's
said, "This was
okay.
a planned launch, and it was a safe land landing back at
was.
Vandenberg." So
What their intention of doing is trying to get the rocket, the Falcon 9, able to kind of turn a 24-hour turnaround. So if they need to turn around and launch again within 24 hours, that was the whole purpose of the booster landing right back there at Vandenberg. So it was actually really neat to see. There's some really awesome pictures out there. I know my friend Jesse Watson, he's a photographer, and he likes to do time lapse. He didn't do a time lapse, but he did a real time video, and then he also got some really awesome pictures.
Well, and we had quite a bit of cloud cover too. So a lot of the images look pretty neat because it's got like 3 prongs on it, but a lot of people had that same image just from different areas in town.
And I like it too because you can kind of see the clouds that were in front of it. Kind of made it look kind of spooky at a point, but yeah, it was really neat.
It was very neat. All right, well,
excited.
we have some birthdays to share today and a winner to draw.
Yes, we do. We had lots of winners from birthdays from last week that we are going to be drawing a birthday winner for a free medium sub, chips, drink, and a dessert from Firehouse Subs.
That's right. The Firehouse Subs birthday shout-outs are brought to you by the amazing folks at Firehouse Subs and the Firehouse Public Safety Foundation, saving lives through donation grants. The tea bag on Anita's teacup is blowing. And I'm like, what on earth? Because it looks like something was jumping up in the window behind her.
How funny.
Lots of birthdays today. And again, if you're celebrating a local you're in the local community, you're entered into a drawing each week to win that prize Teresa mentioned. I'm going to go ahead and shake it up really good.
There's quite a few, and I noticed that you haven't been making Anita use any kind of reader glasses to see them.
No cheaters today.
No
cheaters.
Has good vision. All right, and the winner is
Karen Hosko.
Karen Hosko. Congratulations, Karen.
Congratulations.
She's getting a free lunch over at Firehouse. All right, several birthdays on the list for today. Now, this first one, very near and dear to my heart.
Yes, it is.
That's why I was trying to pull photos from, I have multiple external hard drives because as a photographer, I'm terrified of ever losing anything. And I have them and I label, I do a couple of years on each one. And now that they're making larger sizes, I can do a whole lot more.
You could definitely do a whole lot more.
My wonderful niece, Jaylee Janelle Nichols, turns 15 today.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you guys ever heard the story behind her name. It looks like Julie, but it's with an A.
Yeah.
And when my brother and sister-in-law, they had her name picked out before she was born, they wouldn't tell anyone. All they said was, it starts with a J. It can have either 4 letters or 8 letters. And one of her names, she will be named after my mom. My mom's name was Janelle. And when my brother made, it was a little kind of rocker crib, or a cradle.
Uh-huh.
And it had a J at the end of it. So that's what kind of first gave it away. There was going to be a J for the first name too. And Jaylee can be spelled either Jali or Jally. Or you could do the Jayleigh. That's where the 8 letters came in. So, he was like, I was trying hard. I was on the air with retired Sheriff John Phipps at the time. We were even trying to get ideas from our listeners. I said, well, can you give me the origin? Can you tell me what the name means? Because I was a mean Googler back then, too. And my brother, I think that's the only secret he's ever kept. That particular secret. So, happy birthday, Jaylee.
I can't believe she's 15.
I know, and she got to dance. She is on the varsity cheer squad at Safford High School, but as a freshman, they didn't have the opportunity to get their uniforms done. I think they decided when the football season started to merge their cheer squads, JV and varsity, and they didn't order them. So she was dancing during halftime, but she wasn't able to cheer. I think the last home game she'll be able to cheer. Stuff will be in by then, but happy birthday, sweetie.
Yes.
Also, I know this is a good friend of Janice's. Wayne Peppermelon is celebrating a birthday today, along with Elisa Dale Evans, Caitlin Salter, Chrissy Sherman, one of our amazing educators, Jessica Casey, and Marlene Marshall. That one was sent to us this morning on Facebook Live.
Well, happy birthday to all of you. If you have a birthday shout out you'd like to give, all you need to do is go to monstermediayuma.com and click on the Today in Yuma tab. Scroll down to where you see the Firehouse Sub logo with the Celebrate banner and fill that out, and it goes straight to my inbox. And remember to give us 24 hours notice. Did Anita have a couple birthdays today?
I have 2 birthday shout outs. I don't normally do birthday shout outs, but I will today. It's my cousin Frank's birthday. I showed you the picture I shared it earlier. So I think he's 65 today. So I want to wish him a happy birthday. He's a Facebook aficionado, does a lot of positive postings on Facebook. So I think I must get that thread from him. And it's also a good friend of ours, Shannon's, married to one of my husband's best friends, Darla. So Shannon, I wish you a happy birthday, and I just want to say thank you for letting me have that opportunity with your children. They are growing up to be amazing individuals.
Oh, all right. Well, what a sweet message there.
Yes.
All right, happy birthday to all of you celebrating on October 8th. A reminder, get those birthday entries in at least 24 hours prior. Now, because we are not on this Thursday and Friday,
I was going to say,
please,
get them in.
if you have birthdays that fall Thursday through next Sunday, please share them with us early so we can get them on the air.
Sounds good.
And Lydia says she can't see our feed. I don't know why. Maybe try refreshing or restart the Facebook app.
Yeah, maybe try restarting it. I know we were having a couple of issues when we first started the Facebook Live feed, but knock on wood, it seems to be working fairly well now. So.
All right, it's Today in Yuma. Time to take a break.
All right.
All right, the show is brought to you by Classic Accounting. They've been in the Yuma community since 1986, and that's over 30 years of tax knowledge, which means you can trust them. Give them a call today at 343-1040.
And Sprague Sports. Visit their partner location, Truckmates, Yuma's home for 3M window tinting. Protect your car's interior and keep cooler while driving around this summer. That's Truckmates on 32nd Street next to Lowe's.
And Quick Refrigeration recommends checking your main system air filter and all supply vent filters monthly. If they appear clogged or dirty, change them more often than the recommended schedule. Visit getcoolquick.com for more details.
And Yuma's best advocate pest and wildlife specialists. They are locally owned and have been providing pest control services in the Yuma area for over 20 years. They are licensed with the Arizona Game and Fish Department for safe, humane wildlife relocation. You can give them a call today at 928-343-9149.
And Fisher Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat is an honored recipient of the 2018 FCA Customer First Award for Excellence. It's given to dealerships exemplifying extraordinary care and dedication to their customers. It's Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and Facebook Live. We'll be back after the break.
I think I want it reorganized. Because if they're next to each other, it flows a little bit better on the feed.
Gotcha. And your paper may be.
I was like, where'd it go?
Either that or I carried it in with my
Oh, okay.
stash. I'll print you another one if I can't find it.
Yeah, well, I want to change a couple things on it, so.
Okay, I'll send you the Word doc.
Yeah.
Hello. Is your cohort here yet?
Still there. In fact,
Come on in and join us. Janice will let him know if you want. Come on. All right. Don't forget you're on Facebook Live.
Oh, yeah, this is
Yes, we have Facebook Live. Come on in,
Hi,
Joe.
good morning, Joe. How are you?
He's waiting on another guest too, but we'll go ahead and start.
Okay,
with him.
no worries. Have a seat.
Awesome. All right. So, you guys can talk about anything you guys want to talk about.
All right, cool. We like that because we do.
Yeah, we pretty much do.
Oh, good, Lydia. She restarted and she can
Oh,
see us
good.
now.
All right.
Headphones on?
No, only if we get a call.
Okay. Let me try to see if my phone will work because I have Sprint.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
shout out.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I'm roaming here. Or Jan, one of you was roaming on
Janice,
Friday.
it's not me.
oh yeah, I've actually tried to talk to Sprint, trying to see if they will change their slogan to Sprint. Sprint your butt to the nearest Wi-Fi.
We have Wi-Fi. You want our password?
Oh, you know what? That would be awesome. All right,
Here, you can write that here.
it's looking. Okay. Password?
She's
Hang
writing
on.
it down for
Write
you.
it down.
Wait,
The long
no,
one.
not,
oh,
no,
not
com.
not .com, but
No dot
first
com.
habit.
Dot com. Like, wait a minute.
Everything's .com anymore.
I know. I was like, what?
You know, every time I just do the monster media, it just falls right
It
in
falls
line.
right in line. Donnie Master says, "Hi, Joe."
Oh, that's one of our members' wives.
And Gunner Masters, Big Joe, Desert Syndicate in the building.
Oh, yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
desert or dessert? It's DEZERT.
Yeah, desert.
Okay.
Unfortunately, when we try to look for the name, that name was like somebody in the East Coast had it correctly
Oh,
spelled, so
no.
we had it.
Throw in the Z, mix it up.
Throw a
Hey,
Z
we're
in
all about
there.
the Z around here.
Exactly.
That's
Can't go
right.
wrong with a little Z. Or a couple Z's. All right, let me see if I can.
Good morning, Sandra.
Is it our Sandra?
It is.
Speaking of those ants.
I gotta call Barbara.
Did you get ants?
They're in my driveway. I need to get them out there.
I have to schedule my regular. I skipped last month.
Yes,
I'm a
and-
bad client.
Before Jace can tell me it's getting a little buggy, I noticed it was getting a little buggy. When Hurricane Rosa blew some trash into my spider webs.
Oh, really?
Oh. You're like, oh, we may want to address that.
Zariah says hi, Joe.
Oh, that's the daughter. She's so pretty.
Aw.
Aw.
We're teaching her how to say number one. But we have to move it over here because she's been doing it like this.
Oh.
And you're like, girl, you got to show your face. She's only like, she's like 3 years old. She's so adorable. I told her one time, I was like, oh my God, you're so awesome. And the
My
little
sister
girl,
made you a crochet bat, but she said they're not turning out, so you only get one.
Hey, I'm down. They were so cute. I'm excited.
Alrighty.
All right, here we go.
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We are here now, this portion of the show with our guest, Joe Teposte.
Do you want me to hold it for you?
Thank you so much for coming in, Joe.
I'll hold it for you.
thank you. Oh,
Let's go ahead and pull that mic closer.
Let our camera lady do her job.
let the camera lady
Yeah,
do
you
her
should know how
job.
that works, okay?
All right,
She's
here we
another
go.
trusted professional like
Yeah,
yourself.
I
flip the
promise.
camera.
I promise. She
Good.
will not do you wrong.
All right.
Nice, nice.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, miss. Ladies.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Nope, I'm not good. I
No.
can't do that with one hand. Flip it around for me.
It's okay, it's
No,
okay.
just flip it.
Oh, you just flipped the.
Technology
Technology.
at its finest. Anita is going to be multitasking with a couple different
Yeah,
cameras.
there we
got to see
go.
my
This is
hand.
for people
Now they know my
that
palm
play
print.
video games on two computers. That's two boxing. What's the term if
I
you're
can't
doing
even-
live on two phones?
boxing?
Two boxing.
No.
Yeah,
I've
two
never heard
boxes.
that.
Yes.
I'm not a gamer. So.
Well, come on.
I am a gamer, but what I'm referred to in the game world was prey.
Right?
I'm the guy that you hunt, and I'm the guy that tries to get away.
Okay, so you're also the victim in most of those horror movies. It's the first to die.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty
You're
much
the
it.
blonde and
Wait, what is that
hiding behind the chainsaw.
But you know what? I already have a plan. If the zombie apocalypse ever happens, I will first go on eBay and find the Michael Jackson suit. because I want to be that zombie. I want to be that zombie that everyone's running and they look back and they're like, ha, nice. And be like, okay, keep going.
He clearly planned this out.
Yeah.
A lot of thought has
You
gone
have
into
to,
that.
you know. I mean, when you're young, you're like, oh, what happens if a zombie attack? And then as a big guy, you're like, Sam's Club. That's where I live.
Go to Sam's Club.
Sam's Club's awesome. They got these pre-prepared meals, and they're just...
They do. You can get your emergency kits, and they have the
Yep.
MREs.
Yes, they do.
And
they got everything else.
You know, that's why we're going to take this opportunity again, not because of the zombie apocalypse, but with the possibility of Hurricane Sergio making its way through the Yuma community. Get those emergency kits ready because it's not going to hurt to have them on hand.
That's right.
Oh, no. I have a friend who actually... They went through a storm not too long ago when they were out of power for a couple of weeks.
Oh, my goodness.
Out of power. So they told themselves, you know what? This is not going to happen again. So they bought a giant generator. They bought these battery-operated coolers. They bought water. They bought candles. They bought flashlights. They bought these little flashlights they hang off of... they can hang off of anything.
Right. Like
So-
the little emergency spotlights you used to
Oh,
work.
yeah. So the second that the Rosa hit, sure enough, power goes out. And they turn that generator on, and, you know, it powers this little mini air conditioning unit that keeps half the house cold. So they were set.
Well, I think we need to be. Well, Lisa works at Sam's Club, and she says, I work there. We have everything you need.
Yeah. No, they do.
There you go.
And stuff that you don't need, but you want.
There you go.
Well, Joe is here today. If you are watching Facebook Live, you may recognize him because he's a cameraman for the local TV stations, and he's been around for a number of years. I'm gonna, like myself, you're a seasoned veteran. I'm not gonna say you've been around forever, but we're seasoned professionals in our career fields.
Yeah. This past year was my 20th year working in Yuma's media. I say that because I also worked at a local radio station a couple years back doing like live shots and stuff like that, and then I worked for most of the TV stations in the area except for one.
Except for one.
Yeah, my Spanish is good, but not that good. Not gonna say which station it is, but just saying.
Well,
Just saying.
You've been 20 years in media.
20 years.
I've been 21 years at this station.
Yeah.
But I've been in the Yuma community on the radio since 1998.
So since you were born.
So
Okay.
yeah, pretty exactly.
Awesome.
I tried to. We were broadcasting live for Quick Refrigeration on Saturday, and I was telling Jimmy Gilmore, my son was also there working with us, and I said I can't believe he's going to be 21 in January because Jimmy has a toddler. I said, you know what? I blinked, and my son went from your son's age to this. I go, can you believe I had him when I was 14? And he goes, you've done an amazing job with him. I go, I'm kidding, but thank you for thinking of 35. That's awesome.
No, definitely not the case, Jennifer.
What? Oh, okay. You're dead to me now.
Oh.
Kidding. A little Halloween humor. Okay, Joe is here to talk about the Yuma County Coalition to End Homelessness.
Okay, so what we're doing is we got a call. I'm part of a group called the Desert Syndicate Car Club, which is basically a community-oriented car club. And we got approached by another car club called the Elegance Car Club, which, you know, they have lowriders and stuff like that. And they called us and they said they wanted us to help them with this car show. It's kind of a show and shine. Basically, people show their cars off. And in doing so, we're going to promote for the Yuma Coalition to End Homelessness. And for us, for Desert Syndicate, we want to promote, basically emphasize on our veterans, on those forgotten heroes that are out there, you know, sleeping on the streets. The last study that I saw showing that over 40,000 veterans are sleeping on the street on any given night. And having my son being a Marine, I kind of like that kind of takes me to heart because, you know, you see them walking around and we kind of want to help them. And one of the things we're doing is the coalition provides them with the necessities they need to, unfortunately, to live on the street. I mean, you want to help them out, get a home, but unfortunately, there's just not enough homes.
It's not always possible, but
Exactly.
depending on the situations too, some of them do not want
Exactly.
housing.
Exactly.
They like a transient lifestyle, but again, they still need essentials for day-to-day living.
And that's what they're doing. We're taking we're not only taking monetary donations on the day, which is October 20th, at Joe Henry Park from 12 to 5, but we're also taking the basic toiletries, basically toothpaste, shampoo. I mean, we're really asking for those little travel kits you get at at Walmart. You know, the ones ones that come
Yeah.
with everything. We're asking people if they could donate that, so then we could just hand that off to them.
Those are between $4.50
Yeah.
and $6.99. I was pricing them just the other day for some travel.
Yeah.
And if you have a couple extra bucks, or you can't, and you can, buy one stick of deodorant or one of the mini toothpaste, the travel toothpaste, anything simple, because they can't carry a lot of items when
No, they
they're
can't.
when they're moving around.
Yeah, and we've invited for the event. We invited like the DAV, the VFW, to come out there and be there to give out information regarding our homeless vets, and maybe get the word out, and maybe have people help them out.
And I want to put a quick reminder out there. Don't forget, veterans aren't necessarily male. There is female veterans out there that may need help too. So when you're buying these kits, remember, the feminine hygiene. I know Jennifer and I here at the station, as a station, donated some little care packages to the little pantry.
Yes, we did the free pantry across from Rocks of Boxen, next to the church there on the corner.
But definitely something to think about when you're purchasing those items.
Yes, both male and female. I think it's predominantly male. That's something that we traditionally tend to see. But again, those numbers are staggering, and it's sad. Again, like you said, these are our forgotten heroes.
And it's not only, when you think about it, a lot of times they think about, the Vietnam War, Korean War. No, we have people that are homeless there, Desert Storm, Enduring Freedom, who for some reason when they came back weren't exactly whole again. And they, for whatever reason, they felt that they couldn't live among society and just walked out on their lives.
Carol is watching from Montana. She is up at Yellowstone National Park right now where she's working. And she says, how can I donate from Montana? I'm all for that.
Okay.
Do you guys have anything set up online through the car club?
You could go through my PayPal. It's just Teposte@yahoo.com.
Okay, we'll work on something about that and getting links set up so we can let people that want to help other places. And that's the unfortunate thing, is that the homelessness situation is a nationwide
And it's never stopping.
we can call it an epidemic because we have seen an increase in our area.
Yeah.
I know with things in San Diego have changed exponentially over the last couple of years, and we're getting more of that population in our community. Phoenix will send people up our way too. And I think because of our year-round weather, summers can definitely be a struggle for our individuals living on the streets, but the winters are better than some other places they could be. But we want to help that. And it's not just an October kind of thing where this is only going to benefit people in October.
Yeah.
You guys are hoping to kind of build up a reserve so you can utilize those items. Now, how are they passed out, Joe?
I think the coalition takes care of that.
Okay.
Our clubs do year-round things. I know my club does. We stockpile water to give to Amberley's Place during the summer, because that's when donations are usually the weakest, because unfortunately we lose half of our population for them going back home. And we do things with Crossroads Mission and try to donate clothing and stuff to them. So we're taking all that stuff going on in the event. We're going to have boxes out there so people can drop off whatever they want to drop off, whether it's blankets, whether it's socks, and that's a big thing. Right now the mission needs socks. They need all those little things. So, anything can help.
And you mentioned the car club. It doesn't have a traditional spelling. So if someone is looking it up online, we want to make sure that they find the correct page.
If you look at us, we're very unique, so our name has to be unique in its as well. So it's Desert with a Z, and then Syndicate. I think it's normal spelling, but with a Y. So Desert Syndicate Car Club. It's a car and bike club where we emphasize a lot on the bikes. If anybody grew up with the Schwinn's, I know I had a Schwinn when I was younger, and it's a very growing up and customizing bicycles. It's one of the things that we always promote is pushing it young. Because let me tell you something, if you're spending all your money on a lowrider bike or spending all your money on lowriders, you ain't got time to spending on anything else.
You can't get in trouble.
Well, and it's keeping them busy, and a lot of times when you have these cars and these bikes, it's done as a family. The dad or the mom, whatever the case may be, will be out there helping them. It's a family event, and they take pride in it. So it's keeping them off the streets. It's investing in their money to something they can be proud of instead of wasting.
Oh yeah, I love it. You go to the car shows, and especially one of the main rules of every car club is you support everyone, no matter what's going on in your head. When someone walks up to get that trophy, you have to applaud them. You have to. But if it's a child, you take it up 10 notches. When the child goes up and picks up their trophy, you got to go insane. And believe me, watching their faces is just, you know, they get shocked, but then they feel kind of honored to get that trophy. So it's an awesome experience.
Well, I know there was a fundraiser, and it was kind of impromptu. We had a tragic loss in our community. One of my son's friends from school, his mother just passed away, and they had an event at Joe Henry yesterday.
Yeah, and you saw the car community come out.
Yeah, and people, they show up and they support, and they give of their time. They also give financially. And I don't know that I've been to any car show, like you said, they're all supportive, where they're not encouraging someone else or trying to help them.
Yeah.
Or whether it's ideas of doing something to make their vehicle better or just even more cool. You know, it's a community, and we have multiple car clubs in the area. They support one another.
Oh yeah, and it's just in the recent years we've seen an increase of. It's always a competition between whose car is better, whose car is nicer. But now the thing that I love now is that everyone's like, well, I'm doing more. Let's see you do more. So we're constantly pushing each other to help out more families, help out more nonprofits. We're looking at nonprofits that don't exactly always get that love, because there are some agencies that constantly get love, and there's other agencies that are forgotten. There's a couple agencies that help our blind community, which we want to do something about. We want to host an event where we actually have the blind come out and go bowling. We want to do something like that. So we're always looking for sponsors for stuff like that. So, you know, that's one of the things that I love seeing is it's this competition, but in the end, it helps out the community.
It is. Well, like, we've worked with Savvy Services for the Blind,
Exactly.
a phenomenal organization,
Yeah.
and they're amazing. And, you know, we had them on. I think Janice and Anita were talking with them at the job fair last week, too. I think it's time to have them on again.
Well, and hats off to you guys. You know, obviously this time you guys are benefiting the Yuma County Coalition to help end homelessness, and there's a lot of people now that are stepping up to do what they can. I know we had some people on last week to try and help those homeless veterans and get them off the street, because, you know, they did sacrifice a lot, you know, going to war for us, and they shouldn't have to be doing that, you know, living homeless here. But it's nice to see. I'm seeing a lot more car clubs stepping up and taking that initiative under their belt, and I think it's good for you guys too, because sometimes depending on what kind of car club it is, you know, whether it's lowriders, you guys kind of have like a stereotypical thing to it.
It is.
But you guys have big hearts too, so it's nice to see you guys out there, getting out there and kind of, you know, putting that stigma down and letting people know, hey, we want to help just as much as you guys want to help.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Every time we do a show, we try to get away from that stigma. And the one thing is that we grew up with, you know, that stigma around us, and what we took is we basically kind of cheat. We took their style. Except we just didn't take any of that crime stuff.
The attitude.
So yeah, we like the style of clothing, we like the shoes, we like how to dress like them. But unfortunately, that whole like shooting stuff,
The negative stuff
The
that comes
lifestyle
with it.
is a part of
we just
it.
kind of like, no, we want this part because we like the music, you know, we
like
like the genre, we
yeah.
like that, but. Yeah, I mean, and that's one of the things that we always look into, and we always talk about that. We always talk about, like, you know, when people look at us, we kind of look like, but they may make a reference to, like, well, when they look at us, not you, Joe, but when they look at us, they think that there's, you know, we're gang members or something, and you know, it's very family oriented. Anytime you're in a club, it's a awesome thing to have.
My sister says, you guys are awesome. I'm not even in the Yuma area, but this would help all over the country. And she said, I hope we all follow your example. And it's exactly right. And whether it's other car clubs or other groups in town, it can be civic organizations, church clubs, our school groups, youth groups. You know what? Find a nonprofit that you're passionate about and you want to help out in the community.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do anything huge for it. But you know what? Just small strides can help make a difference. You mentioned there's some organizations that get a lot of the love.
Yeah.
And maybe they have more individuals on staff or volunteers that can help with marketing to spread the word about their events. But maybe they don't. And that's where the community can come in and help out.
Just don't forget, spread the love.
Exactly.
And when it comes to veterans, another thing that we do is we try to go to nursing homes and talk to our veterans. There's some veterans, we have some awesome, like to hear their stories, especially in what I do. That's one of the things that I love. I love hearing their stories. Sometimes I hear their stories and I have to turn in my man card because I'm like, no, I don't deserve this. You need to have this. But yeah, one of the things that we try to go to the rest homes and talk to our veterans and talk to our elderly. I mean, just got to spread it.
And the unfortunate part about that too is a lot of some individuals at the care homes, retirement homes, rehabilitation facilities don't have a lot of family that come visit.
Yeah.
We visited a friend that was rehabbing after a recent surgery, and one of the ladies said, she'll be happy to see you. She said, so many of these people get no visitors.
Yes,
So even if you just come in as a volunteer and you want to sit down and talk, that makes their whole day. And you're giving the gift of your time. No one's even asking you to spend money. And they have stories to share, and we can all garner something from those experiences.
And you'll better yourself. You enrich yourself by hearing these stories. I've gotten the privilege, and why I love what I do is to speak to a code talker, to a Navajo code talker. I've gotten to speak to actually sailors that were on the USS Arizona as it was going down, and it just, you know what, the stories they got to tell you. I actually spoke to one that was a POW during World War II, and it was just,
Wow.
it just, the stories they have just will enrich you, will better your life, and God give you a better appreciation for our veterans.
And all you have to do is listen.
That's it.
You know, my husband's grandma turns 100 on Sunday. I've been mentioning that quite a bit.
Yeah.
She's lived in the
It's
Yuma
a big
area.
deal.
It's 100.
She's lived here since the 60s. She was at the Yuma Territorial Prison State Historic Park. She was a park ranger for years, and then retired and came back and continued to do research for a number of years about a lot of the exhibits and things that you might see at the prison. And sitting back, I figured, okay, I've heard all the stories. No, my son comes home and says, did you know Grandma was a school teacher? What? When did this happen? You know, and it's just so many stories that they have to share. And sometimes as they get older, the short-term memory might not be what it was, but they can remember those old stories because that was such a big part of their lives.
Oh yeah. Oh, I
Just
could
listen. Listening is free.
100 years. Wow. You imagine what she's seen?
Yes. No, I can't even. I can't even.
The tires went from wood to rubber.
They were stone, I think.
Yeah.
Is that how that was back then?
Back then, and the roads were actually like, there's that planked road that's out
Yep,
there in the dunes, and
yep.
you've seen Jeeps go on, and you're like, wow, that must be so uncomfortable. Yeah. Goodness for shocks.
And they were just happy to not be
Yeah.
on horseback.
Exactly, because
Or-
I mean, the view doesn't change when you're on the wagon.
You know, she's probably thinking, you realize that cars were around before I was born.
I was going to
Jennifer."
say, you guys are really pushing that. You're lucky she's
But
not
they
here
were
to defend
expensive, and not
herself.
everyone could afford them.
Yeah.
Maybe you know the answer to this, Joe, because you know a lot. Teresa's cousin is asking if anyone knows where she can buy a Yuma Fire Department shirt.
Oh my goodness, you would have to. You know what? Easy answer is to contact the Yuma Union Firefighters Association, and they probably get you one. They have a lot of shirts. They do have shirts that have like the cancer ribbon on it. So that would probably be your best bet. Or you call the city of Yuma and ask them directly, because I'm pretty sure they sell them at the city.
All right, Mike Erfurt or Polly Boncho, if either one of you's watching right now, because I know you do, let me know. We'll get this figured out.
Exactly, because she's not going to be in town for long.
All right, again, it's the Show and Shine event coming up on October 20th. The time again, Joe?
It's going to be at 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock at Joe Henry Memorial Park. And it's free to the public. I mean, the only people they have to pay are the ones that want to show off their cars, because they're kind of like, they're judged on their cars and they win trophies. But everyone else is free. There's going to be food. There's going to be fun, music. And if you want to bring any kind of donations, I mean, go into your closet, go into the cellar. Do we have cellars?
No.
Not in
don't
Yuma.
think
I have a crawl space in
I
my
know
attic.
some of the properties over there by the College Park have basements.
Basement.
They do. The Tamarack
Which is-
area, I think that some of those have
It is
basements.
awesome.
We'll dig out all of those gently used, winter here still is cold, for us humans.
It is not cold.
But
58 this morning.
You wear sweaters, Anita, so you
That's
get
not
chilly.
cold.
Indianapolis.
Definitely, think about that. Socks, toiletries, all that kind of stuff is all needed.
It's not cold in our homes, but for the people that are living outside,
If you don't have a roof, it can
especially
be cold.
during it's like 3 or 4 in the morning, which it is freezing. Sometimes there'll be frost on the glass. On the grass.
All right. Well, we want to thank you so much
And
for
the
joining
glass.
us, Joe. It was nice having you in here and
Nice.
seeing you without the camera blocking your face, too.
Be surprised. Yeah.
See? It's a different, unique experience. All right. It's Today in Yuma. We are going to take our Lotus Day Spa and Salon selfie with Joe out in the courtyard. We'll be back with more show after the break. With 30 years of tax knowledge, you can trust Classic Accounting with your business monthly bookkeeping needs, including payroll taxes. Just give them a call. Tell Dave and his crew we sent you. That number is 343-1040.
And Sprague Sports, there is a Hunter sign-in special going on now. Get your favorite firearms dialed in and honed to perfection for this upcoming fall hunting season. That's Sprague's on 32nd Street next to Lowe's.
And now through December 31st, Quick Refrigeration is offering a free second opinion on AC and heating repairs. Contact Quick Refrigeration for complete details. You can call them at 220-8108 or online at getcoolquick.com.
And Yuma's best advocate pest and wildlife specialist. Got termites? Never accept a positive termite report without proper evidence. An honest company with integrity would encourage a second opinion and proudly stand behind their word. Honesty and integrity in everything they do. Advocate pest and wildlife specialist.
And does your vehicle need service? The service department of Fisher Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat offers quality service repairs performed by certified technicians, plus early bird hours too, and free estimates and Saturday appointments. So get with them today. That's Fisher Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat Chrysler. It's Today in Yuma. Welcome back after the break on Z93 and Outlaw Country.
Did you get them all?
I was like, what?
I added it again at the end, but it rolled over to another line.
I was kind of confused there for a second, Ted.
All righty.
All right.
Good job, Joe.
Let's get ready for our Lotus Day Spot and Salon selfie, Joe.
Let's do it.
And I
We
hope
know
that
that
you
you're
do it
excellent
Friday.
behind the camera, but you were great in front this time.
Yes. Good job.
I'll tell you a story. So I did.
You're on Facebook Live, don't forget.
Oh, I'll tell you guys a story. All right, so yeah, I'm always behind the camera, so a lot of people don't remember me. One time, I try to be quick. One time we did this interview with the manager at Factory to You. So we do the interview. We follow the guy all day because we're getting ready for school, getting ready for uniforms. So we follow him the whole entire day, videotaping, getting him walking around, and all right, story's done, story airs, we're good. A couple days later, I go in there to the store. I walk in, he looks at me. He doesn't know where he knows me from. He's like, I know you from somewhere.
You spent the day with
And I was with my wife, and we're walking in there, and he's like, I know you from somewhere. And I was like, looked at him, and I'm a ham. So I'm like, cell block 6, and I hug him. His face turns completely white. He's like, no, I'm sorry, you got the wrong guy. I'm like, no, I'm the camera guy that talked to you. And he was just like, and my wife covered her face and ran out. She was like, oh my God. I was like,
Over here.
That's great.
sometimes they don't remember the camera guy.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Ready? Why is it so close? Oh, because it's recording.
I was using it for
Yeah,
the
Joe, you better erase whatever was there because it was not nice. Here we go. Smile.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thank you, ladies.
Good to see you.
Nice to
Next
see
time
you, Joe.
Trump comes down, we'll hang out again.
My sister said she's going to start marathon crocheting hats for the homeless.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.
You too, dear.
I'm just going to go out at the end because we'll still have another break.
Yeah, we can end with the break. That's fine. The video is being painted.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's working. Maybe. I don't know.
I didn't even notice that.
What?
Chrissy, I love how the wooden cat sits next to the Advocate Pest sign.
Oh.
Just kind of hanging out. Well, and I wonder, I think Oliver is the cat that they ended up adopting.
Did they?
Santa,
Is that the
I
one?
think his name's Oliver.
Oliver?
Is he a black cat? That'd be funny.
No, I thought they had an orange cat because it reminds me of my cats at home.
I can keep all the cats straight. So many animals. But the one that won on Friday had a little bat costume on.
I saw it.
Oh.
And it looked like
It looks like Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
It does. It does.
Cute.
I saw it.
Lori's calling you. Or something's happening.
Oop.
Or did you call Lori?
I called Lori.
Sorry, Lori. Oops. I do that a lot.
Oops. I need to call Jacob.
Are you ready?
Seriously.
So we are going to end with the break then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you know the time in a minute once we get done. Ready?
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We want to thank Joe Teposte for stopping by and visiting with us. It's always fun to have him in.
It
Yeah,
is.
we've had the opportunity because we often run into each other at different community events.
Yeah.
And Teresa and I spent a good deal of time with him when President Trump came to town last year. So-
Yeah, that was definitely a long day. Talking about the different extremes. I mean, we were just talking about how it's getting to be cold in the Yuma area.
I think that's our new word or jar word.
It
is
gonna
not
change
cold.
our HOT jar to a cold jar. But that day was definitely hot, and I'm saying it because the jar is gone.
It was.
It was not
we
fun.
can say it now.
Yes.
Again, it was 58 degrees when I drove into work this morning down County 14th. Now, it rained
But
on that
you know
same
what?
stretch of road yesterday. It's kind of like a cartoon rain, but it was a good amount.
But you know what? Just because it was nice and let's see, sweltering, you'll never forget that day.
Oh,
it
no.
left a lasting, not only, you remember it because of the experience, but because of the extreme heat, you will never forget it.
We will always and forever compare everything to, was it as hot as the day that Trump came to visit?
Was it as hot as the day that our feet burnt on the tarmac?
Oh my, through our shoes.
Right?
Through our shoes.
Well, we seem to share or remember different things associated with weather events in the Yuma area
Yeah.
because we did a live broadcast in July at a local retailer establishment, and it was 110 degrees.
Yeah.
And when you're dealing with certain equipment and you don't have gloves, those are the things that you remember
Remember?
that really,
Yeah.
really resonate with the way that was back then. Well, today is October 8th, and we have a few national days that are being recognized today.
Okay.
National Fluffernutter Day.
What is
Have you
that?
ever had a fluffernutter?
I don't know. Is that peanut butter? Sounds like it does.
I think so.
Probably not then.
No, it's here you go. Here's your history for the day. A sweet marshmallow-like spread called marshmallow cream was invented in 1917 by Archibald Query in Somerville, Massachusetts. In 1913, during World War I, Emma and Armory Curtis of Melrose, Massachusetts invented snowflake marshmallow cream and published a recipe for a peanut butter and marshmallow cream sandwich, which is the earliest known example of a fluffernutter.
Okay.
I can honestly say I've never had one.
I have.
I have no desire to have one. But Query sold his recipe for marshmallow cream to Durkee Maurer Inc. in 1920, who renamed it Marshmallow Fluff. And over 100 years later, they continue to sell it under that same name today. But it was in 1960 that the term fluffernutter was created by an advertising agency for Durkee Maurer in an attempt to effectively market the peanut butter and marshmallow sandwich.
Okay.
So instead of a peanut butter and jelly, it would be peanut butter and marshmallow spread.
No,
I've
thank
had that before. It wasn't my favorite.
You know what? I tried something. You're going to be proud of me. Lisa, I only did it because Lisa was there. I tried something at the street fair when we were in, we went to Oceanside
Okay.
for the street fair on, I think it was Saturday evening. And this gentleman had a stand where he made peanut butter with coconut oil. And so Lisa tried that, and I'm like, no, I'm not a peanut butter fan. And he's like, well, have you ever tried almond butter? And I was like, no, never tried it. And he goes, here. And he gave me, and I'm like, really, you're making me try this in front of this man. He gave it to me, and I can't say no. I can't slide it away,
You tolerated it, didn't you?
I did, but it was very odd. I think because it was made with coconut too. I'm not a super fan, but
I was
oil.
going to say combining things that she doesn't like.
But the coconut oil doesn't have a strong coconut
No, it
taste as it
doesn't.
was. Definitely a weird consistency. Maybe if it was very oily. I don't know. I was not a fan.
Well, usually...
but I did
for
try
that,
it. But I tried something new.
You have to mix it up, too, and I don't know how well he may have mixed it because we had some sitting in the pantry, and it gets that layer of oil at the top. You really need to get in and stir it.
Like I said, I can do fresh peanut butter.
The peanuts are naturally oily
Yeah,
themselves.
they are.
So if you're combining it with another oil, it goes to show it's going to be.
Martha says she's still never had a peanut butter and banana sandwich, nor have I. Wasn't that Elvis's thing?
I have no
I
idea.
With
it
honey,
was.
it's peanut butter, banana, and honey,
Oh.
and that's a yummy
Now,
sandwich.
peanut butter and honey is good instead of jelly. I don't mind the honey.
yeah,
The honey aspect.
add banana. It's yummy,
Mom used to make those all the time, and my husband likes it.
and you can even toast it.
Real
Makes
quick,
it even more yummy.
Christine has a shout out she wants to give. I saw it earlier, and I'm glad she reminded us. She wants to give a shout out to Andy and
Jeannie.
Jeannie. They are the family that helped with removing the huge tree that had fallen in her yard when Rosa hit. So she had wants to give a huge shout out to Andy and What is it?
Jeannie. And their family, because they all chipped in and helped. She said she has amazing neighbors.
Yes, she does. The area she lives in, she says, thank you so much. And it was a really large tree that had fallen in
It
her
was.
yard.
And I was over at Wetlands yesterday, not too far from the river area, down by the boat launch. And there are several trees that are down. They're not blocking any of the main pathways because a lot of people run and walk along there. But I have a normal spot that I'd like to head over to. And I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, there's about 4 trees that kind of all fell and blocked that area. But again, it's not blocking a roadway or anything like that. So we want to encourage you again to think about trimming those trees back before our next storm hits.
Possibly this week.
Possibly coming in as early as Wednesday night. I'll provide more details because we'll know today if the storm is going to track a little bit different direction. Yeah. But again, keep those sandbags handy because precipitation is very likely in the Yuma area. Yeah. And today is National Kick Butt Day. Someone thought it had to do with stopping smoking, but it's actually observed on the second Monday in October, and it's a day to give yourself a kick in the behind, work on achieving your goals if you've been meaning to start an exercise program or do some things just a little bit more incentive, then it's a good day to go about doing that. It's also Native American Day. That's observed the second Monday in October, and it's American Touch Tag Day.
What is that?
I don't know.
I thought
Like freeze tag?
Well, and that's what I was wondering.
I think that's what it means.
Okay, because I was trying to figure that out. I'm like, okay, is this something like out of the ordinary, or is it actually playing tag? Because I'm down to play some
I think
tag.
there's touch tag and there's other versions.
Freeze
of
tag
that.
and all
exactly.
that kind of stuff.
So you're it, by the way.
Okay, we'll continue this today.
It's National Pierogi Day. And a lot of individuals in America, we tend to have those as a side dish, not as a main dish, but you have dessert versions of that too. And it is Columbus Day. A lot of people have the day off today.
Most people.
Well, in our community, city and county employees opted to give up today as a day off so they can have Black Friday off instead, making the Thanksgiving weekend a longer weekend, especially if they plan to travel.
Exactly.
So a lot of different things taking place today. And remember, if you have birthdays, get those birthday entries in.
Yes.
Also, we are doing a giveaway for Subway. And each week, you could win a $50 gift card to Subway. And once a month, we are doing a drawing the last Wednesday of the month. And one workplace will be receiving lunch, Subway caters, and they'll be doing a catering platter for up to 50 people.
I think that's awesome. And you know what? Just because you may work at a different food restaurant, it's okay. You're allowed to enter too.
Yes.
We understand you need some variety.
We had
understand.
some of those. The one I thought was hilarious is we work at In-N-Out and we serve delicious burgers, but we also want to enjoy good food too.
Exactly.
Sometimes they need a break, right?
Exactly.
We'll get those entries in by going to monstermediayuma.com. Click on the contest page and you'll see the green and yellow Subway logo right away. Fill that out and we'll be selecting one of the weekly winners this Friday, so stay tuned.
Yeah, there's lots of giveaways at monstermediayuma.com. You can always go to Anita's WTF page and you can enter to win a $20 gift certificate from Bare Naked Soap Co. You can go over to Janice's Foodielicious page and she gives away a $25 gift certificate to 251 Downtown Twisted Kitchen every single week. So there is lots of chances for you to win. Just go to monstermediayuma.com.
All right. Hey, Carol, make sure you send that in through the website so we can get it on the calendar. Her birthday's November 18th. Way to go, Scorpio. I'm a little partial.
Definitely send it in. Just go to monstermediayuma.com and click on the Today in Yuma tab and scroll down just a little bit. You will see the entry form. That way I can get it on the calendar because right now I can't promise that I'll remember to put it on the calendar when I get back to my desk.
And we're going to take our last break in just a minute, but who's our local monster this week?
Our local monster is JC. He has definitely been around the Yuma community for a long time, so you can tune in to Z93 all week, or it give me about 15 minutes after the show, and I'll have all of his information up at monstermediayuma.com. Just click on the local monster tab.
Great. Amber, I saw Amber yesterday, and I also saw Dominic, who's one of our local monsters.
Oh, did you?
And his wife, they were at a birthday party over at West Wetlands, so it was great seeing them, so check out our local monster. All right, it's Today in Yuma. We will see everyone tomorrow between 9 and 10. Have a good day. Enjoy this beautiful weather. KCYK Yuma and KLJZ Yuma.
You're good.
I know, I'm like, I don't have to run. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Anita.
Yes.
Thanks, Joe.
Bye.